Hey rivals, welcome to Back's Attacks. Today we'll be taking our first look at Tokemi. Tokemi is a special ancient that you get through the daily rewards on day 28. Been playing since I think July 23rd and made good progress in that time. There she is. A fine looking ancient, and she's a death ancient, she's epic level, and she is a master of time. We do have some death primus, so we'll go ahead and level her up. Be great to get her up to level 6. I don't think I have enough to get her to 11, or don't want to use that much mana primus right now for that. So let's see, that's 4,000. We'll need 1,000 more. Takes 5,000 total to get from level 1 to 6, and we'll stick with that for now. So let's just dive right into battle with her on this win streak 5. Let's see, on this base, let's use a combination or a hybrid army. We've got some maulers to cut through the walls, our standard soldier and paladin, warden, and we use a mana hunter just to make sure we have enough mana to show off her new spells. I forgot to mention what her spells are, so let's review that now. Time Flux is her first spell and most commonly used. It does two things. It slows down the enemy fire by 35%, and more important, it speeds up your own units by 35% in their movement and attack speed. Space Rift, the second one, it's a tough spell to master. I haven't quite got that one yet. I'll need a separate episode on it, I think. But basically, it rewinds your units back to the health value and position they had 5 seconds ago. They also take reduced damage for a few seconds. Decrepify, the buildings that hit by this spell, and it's a pretty large effect, will lose 1% health per second. More important, they'll take 35% damage bonus for about 5 seconds or so. That one's handy to use toward the end of battle. It really costs too much mana in most cases to cast it early. Alright, so we will collect the free mana that we're given up top here. May as well also come in with our troops from this side. We'll lay them all down there, cast the Time Flux, get them moving and attacking faster. Just to show what it's like, we'll show that Decrepify in its area of effect. Alright, and then we use a Time Flux. It's catching a bit of our troops and a bit of the opposing buildings. Another Time Flux on the far ones to slow them down, to preserve our troops a little bit. And there goes down the stronghold. And we use Time Flux and Decrepify to mop up the base quickly here. Alright, so the fact that Time Flux will get your troops moving and attacking faster means you'll get more mana faster and you can recast it again. So that is one that I will use frequently, one after the other. Freeze towers are your problem there because it both wastes time and it slows down your mana collection. Alright, so with those freeze on the bottom, we'll probably want to come in from the top. But we do have some free mana down at the bottom. Oh, by the way, this is forward a couple of days in time, as you'll notice by the slight change in the interface. We're still stronghold level 9 here. Got 5 troop portals. And that's Taliesin we're currently using as our dragon. Alright, so I want to get at least 5 mana to start so that they can get a Time Flux right off the bat. And he's too close to the wall, so that watchtower is probably going to take him out. That's alright though, he got the mana, he got the troops in, they got their Time Flux. We'll cast a second one shortly here on the units that are firing at us to slow them down. And then when we get back to 5 mana, we'll cast another one on our own troops. So that's kind of how that works for me. Slow down the arrow launcher and the catapult with that cast. And then another one on our troops. Alright, so it's a fast-acting ancient. I particularly like her for kingdom raids, where you just want to go through the easier bases quickly. That's a pretty cool animation on the Time Flux. I wonder if that's new or not, but you've got that rotating hands of the clock going around. That's pretty cool. Alright, so without much damage reduction though, sometimes the troops don't quite last as long as you'd like them to, but they often do a good job of getting to the stronghold and taking it down quickly. So she is a fun one to play. Alright, heading into win streak 4 here. And again, we have some freeze towers down to the south. We've got a lot of troop portals up north, although they're not free. And there's a wall around the stronghold, so the troops are going to want to run around a little bit. Okay, so where can we get free mana to power up this spell? We got the roost down south, the blacksmith, maybe the barracks, and the gold smelter off in the right corner. So if we can get all those, we'll be in good shape. The positioning on the barracks here is going to be tough. Ah, and the watchtower got it. Alright, so I'll come over here and grab the smelter. That will leave us one short, but that's okay. Once the troops take out their first building in the upper corner, they'll be good to go. No mana from the tavern, just grabbing some extra fly time for the dragon. Alright, we'll be coming in from the top opposite the towers. And let's send them in. Hopefully they won't take too much damage before I can get them time flux going. Alright, there we go. We'll catch the troops in the buildings there. Dragon goes down. That's not good. May need him to snipe the stronghold. Alright, let's see if we can do it with the remaining troops. This isn't really looking too good. Oh, yeah, wardens went down from that catapult. And the paladins are just going to walk around. Alright, so that was not a very careful attack. And that's also why you want to level up your ancients a little bit. At level 6, I was just one shy of the mana I needed to cast this spell from the start. And if they're taking full damage and getting no damage reduction, every second that they're getting hit before they start engaging and before they're hit by the time flux is going to be very painful for them. Alright, you got the Kingdom Portal troops trying to get the stronghold. They're in range of the watchtower, unfortunately. Nice base design. But we just barely get the town hall from that. So that was a close call. Good job on your base there, Warlord. Alright, let's see if we get anything good from the relic chest. Warden reinforcement. Alright, let's jump right back in. I think we have time for one more attack here. Alright, similar design. The stronghold is offset close to the side. We'll come in away from the freeze tower there. Lots of free mana this time though. Alright, so we get some fly time build up and some mana with the dragon. We'll come over to those other troop portals as well. Probably didn't even need the mana hunters on this one. I think we're going to have tons of mana. But the path to the stronghold should be pretty clear here. Alright, we'll drop all the troops quickly. Get them under a time flux. Gonna use the Decrepify right away just because we have so much mana. So they'll be taking extra damage. We're gonna slow them down, speed up our own troops. The dragon is in place to hopefully distract the freeze tower a bit. Enough mana to cast some more time fluxes. And there we go, the stronghold goes down. Alright, we'll continue to cast that. Get the freeze tower down quickly. And let's just take a look at the Space Rift. The troops are getting hurt here from the flame tower, and they just go zoop. Now, they don't last too long afterwards, and that's the problem I'm finding. If they were in a place where they got hit a lot the first time, they're going to get hit the second time too. So, hope you liked Tokemi. Let me know what you think about her. Thanks for watching.